I was speaking to Peter O'Neill, who's a Cowra resident, and Pete's just come back, as CCN viewers will know, just come back from Brisbane, where he's gone up there to try and particularly help with the lifts, but to help with the devastation that the floods and so forth caused Brisbane. Pete, you must have got a shock when you arrived in Brisbane to see the devastation with your own eyes. It's a bit different to seeing it on TV, isn't it?
Yes, it was quite amazing.
What sort of things stood out as just almost unexpected, like the height of the water or the damage to the buildings?
Yeah, the fact that a river that big could rise that high was absolutely amazing. The trees, the pontoons, the water over street level signs, the mud in the sports arenas, the swimming pools, the car parks, the lifts, the houses.
In particular, now you're up there particularly to work with the lifts. Now, all these lifts come from sort of low down the building to go up. I mean, that's the whole point of them. Now, what sort of a disruption has not having lifts caused to some of the places you've been in?
Well, basically, you need an elevator. Most people don't want to walk upstairs anymore. You know what I mean? But even to service things, to get the canteens and all that, or whatever, disabled people or whatever, in and out, teachers, material, whatever. I mean, even the storeroom at Queensland Uni, that was totally inundated. You know what I mean? And that's sort of paper that you need to put through your computer, and all that went.
So you've been particularly busy with Queensland University. And one of the startling photos you sent back, of course, was the large boat on the Aussie Rules ground.
I thought that boat was trying to play full forward for St Kilda. They had about 10 or 12 boats like that, but that was the biggest one that floated out there. They were also parked next to their, what would you call it, glass houses, where they keep all the plants and like a big giant nursery. Yeah. Well, the water was over the top of them as well, so the plants and that all died. Yeah.
So that was a research vessel of some sort, wasn't
it? Yeah, research in floods.
Well, it is now. Is it still there?
Yeah. No, it's not there. They took it away. They came in. They removed it from the oval and they've parked it away, put it in a trailer. But I was watching one morning when I'm on a freeway coming into work in the morning, and there are barges there lifting whole submerged containers, shipping containers out from the middle of the river, in the middle of the city. So that was amazing.
And okay, so now fixing these lifts for all these places. I mean, obviously, be nursing homes, be hospitals, be all those sorts of things as well. What's it require? Because now I think in the last story we wrote, we're talking about the muddy gunk in the lift wells. Is that how does that work? What's sort of explain how that happens?
When the river had come in there, it also burst all the sewage pipes and all that carry on, so all that flowed into it, and that's all totally contaminated. So you've got elevators and lift pits which go below the floor anyway, and all the wiring and all that. Some of the lift motor rooms and all that are underfloor as well. So everything that was filled up is covered in this stuff, and it's all dried into a crust now, right? Because it's been 4 weeks since it happened. So for us to go in there now, we have to get guys and sanitation people who hose it all off, and then disinfect it. And once they've taken it, and then after they've done all that, and you've got a big pile of water on the bottom, they vacuum it out and take it away, so we can go in and start to repair things.
So the damage, I mean, every lift in Brisbane would basically be the same, wouldn't it?
Well, it only inundated the low-lying areas. I mean, it's up and down. It's up and down, and the areas that go up, but the shops and offices, and you can imagine a university where all the offices and desks and all that. It's like this place here getting flooded. Oh, that all goes.
It's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. I've got pictures of the televisions and lounge suites that were in the reception area.
They're just gone.
Gyprock, anything that get damp, gyprock or wet has been totally pulled out. So it's like ground zero kind of thing.
Almost like a new building site.
Well, virtually, yeah. I mean, there are no carpets, there are no floors, there are no cupboards, there are no shelves, there are no nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And you said also that you went through a couple of other cities on the way. Toowoomba was one, I believe, and got a hell of a shock when you saw what the damage was there.
Well, I never get through the centre of Toowoomba, I bypassed that, but the damage in the roads and the infrastructure there is incredible. It's over maybe 50, 60 kilometres between Ipswich and Toowoomba and up the hill. The hills are all washed away because Ipswich is up the top.
Yep.
And even going up there, I had to come down Cunningham Gap, which is from Warwick into Brisbane, and that was totally washed away. There was one lane going through a goat track to get down the hill.
So basically, the bitumen's lifted, the side of the hills have had landslides or mudslides.
Yeah. The mudslides and all that carry on. It looks like South America in some bits. And then with the heavy trucks that they've got taken up all the supplies that they need there, they're not doing the roads any good either. So the roads are all bellying out, right and left. Yep. And invariably, when you come to one of these bellied bits, there's a semi coming the other way, so you can't get out of the way, so you go up and down like that.
That's just sheer luck.
But the sheer luck is that every time you hit one of these bits, there's a semi coming the other way, and that's true.
And the other thing you told me earlier on was the spirit of the people, though, was absolutely outstanding. The number of people who have jumped in. You actually compared it to the Blitz in Britain during the Second World War.
I did. I wasn't at the Blitz. I'm obviously not that old. But, the people have been absolutely incredible. Everybody is willing to help. The tradies are all, if I need power on or whatever, they're all joining in. There's an atmosphere that's strange. I don't know if it would happen in New South Wales. I don't know, them being Queenslanders. But they're really, well, I'd like to think so. It's an Australian attitude. But the people, and most of the people I'm working with up there are from England or wherever, Scotland. But there's a whole attitude, and it really is tremendous the way they've all joined in. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're walking about and they've got fridges everywhere with cold water, and you're not paying $4.50 for it. It's a help yourself thing, you know.
And you're heading back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it looks like you'll be up there for a considerable time.
Well, my 3-week sojourn, as it started off, has now turned into 3 months. And even then, that's only the beginning of it, you know what I mean? I'm giving them a hand. The good thing about being old is that they don't have the knowledge, you know? They're struggling to get the kind of expertise to because it covers everything. It's not one particular part of it.
And they needed someone with years and years of experience, but
and they got one. Yeah, they got one with years and years of experience. But the good thing about it is I never thought I'd look up a lift well again, and I'm kind of enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's pretty good.
But it's on your terms. Okay, people, listen, all the best when you go back, and I hope you'll continue to send back some reports as things go on, and repairs happen. So all the best. Drive carefully, and we'll hear from you again.
Thank you very much, Gary.